Hello, I'm Robert Charles, and welcome once again to our watercolor class. Today is a wonderful day, and I'm in good old Kansas City. And in Kansas City, we have a tremendous zoo that we love to go to during better times. Now, with the virus, we can't get out there, but that doesn't stop us from creating a happy little zoo of animals. And I think that's what we're going to do today. Today we're going to paint a nice watercolor giraffe. So I hope I hope you have your brushes ready and your paints ready, and we'll begin this process. I have up here roughly where we're going to go today. This is kind of a finished product. So we're going to kind of go in this direction. I'm going to take our colors up here and show you what our colors will be. Okay, watercolor giraffe. We got paints for sepia, cad yellow, cad orange, burnt sienna, indigo, maybe a touch of titanium white too, maybe not. We'll see. And our blue is we'll also have a blue in there. It'd be more of a indigo blue, but I might add a tab of cobalt blue in there also. The brushes we're going to use today will be a number 8 round. It's a silver black velvet brush, something like this. We're going to use a rigger brush and maybe a couple other ones, a mop brush, just something to get our water on. So let me take this down and we'll get started. So as you see, I've got our nice colors down, our nice pattern down here. I've done a sketch of our giraffe, light sketch, and it'll give us a lot of opportunity to experiment. But the first thing I like to do when I'm doing my paintings, of course, we have to get our lubricant down, which is some clear water. So I'm going to throw some water down here. I'm going to try not to go inside the head of that giraffe. Just hit the tips a little bit. Now I got a little bit of a tint of a yellow in here too. Which will be fine. So I've just wetted our paper. We need to give it some time to soak in. And that means we give the paper time to get a little bit of sizing off. So this is what the purpose of this, and to make our paper nice and moist, so when we put our colors in here, they'll flow together, mingle together nice and loosely. So like I said, I need to give that a little bit of time to soak in. We'll probably rush it along a little bit, as I usually do, since we're taping. But if you're at home, maybe a good minute to let it soak in. Then I'm going to come up here with my nice blue. And I'll just get this nice brush going. This is the Silverman brush, and I'll hit the top portion. I've added a little bit of this. In this case, I put a little bit of ultramarine up here too. Ultramarine blue. And then as I come down, I'm going to just dab these ends so they don't flow too much. I'm just going to drag down. And keep going down. This purpose of this is to kind of seal our body in. I'm going to lift out this section a little bit. I'm going to stop the bleeding, dripping down here. Now, I'm going to introduce a little bit of greens down here. This is going to be some leaves that are little giraffe has something to munch on in his spare time. So I'm just going to put our first indications of values up here. These will be leaves that will define a little bit more. But we just want a little bit of indications of what's going on to begin with. Then I'm going to come again with my indigo, and I'm going to suggest a little bit of a pattern in his ears. So I've got a little bit of pattern on the inside of both of his ears. We'll keep going with that, but that's just the beginning phase of that color. So then I'm going to start with my raw sienna with a little bit of mixed of quinaxium gold, and I'm going to start building his horns, top of his horns. Come down here. We'll add a few darker lines up here, and there's actually a little bit of the beginnings of a third horn. We'll build his mouth area down here. We'll give him a couple folds in his neck as he's stretching it, outstretching it. Same time, I'll come up here and give another value over his ear. I'm going to grab some more sienna. Throw that in here. Now this color is nicely blending together because it's damp. This other side is going to be in the shadow, so I'm just going to make that with my indigo. I'm building up to his nose area here. We're going to take our indigo and then we're going to just start suggesting his nostrils. So that's a nice dark. We'll put in the first indications of an eye on each side. I'm going to switch to my liner brush, and then we're going to put in eyebrows. I'll finish this horn on the left-hand side. We'll start building his mouth area. Put some more values in here. On top of his horn, it's the dark. We'll build that with an indigo. We'll reinforce that in a minute. I'm just dragging a stronger value. of the wrong sienna. I'll add another value to his jaw on the left hand side. We'll strengthen his ear. We'll soften the left side. I'm going to drag another value of green. This is his leaves and his afternoon snack, I believe. In between the time when a zookeeper would come over and give him some other food. And I want to put multiple values on it, meaning lighter greens, just for variation. Yeah, we'll put this even closer to his mouth so he doesn't have to go so far to eat. I'm building more values. We're going to add a little bit of sepia from top here. Put a little bit more of eyelid up here. Strengthen his eyes on the left. Then right. Then I'm going to come in and add my first values to his spots. And it'll come down further. This is our cad orange. Come up and grab a little bit of sepia, put it down with our orange. We're just throwing values down. We'll darken his eye, under his eyes. You know, giraffes don't get that much sleep, so maybe he's a little bit tired. Do some more values on his ears. We're going to give him or her a little bit of a mane. So I'm going to start with some cad orange. I can even add a little bit of red to that. Make it nice and loose. Take my number 8 brush just to give it a little more volume. We'll do a little bit of outlining on that left side. Then we'll pull it down to suggest some hairs. You know, since we have this virus, he can't get to the barber shop either, so he's going to have a little bit of overgrowth. He hasn't had a chance to go to the barber to get trimmed up a little bit, so he'll be a little bit rough. Okay, we're going to give him, or her rather, some nice eyebrows, eyelashes. Why not? We're going to add some light whiskers down here. This is my nice liner brush. We'll continue with some values. This is that little indication of the third horn. Dragging color down. Okay. Strengthen that eyebrow. Now, since I have my spots dried up a little bit, I'm going to come back here with my cad yellow and quinoxium gold. And just strengthen that body. This is where I like to even throw in a little bit of violet. We're going to let this dry up a little bit too, and then we're going to put some more values across it. But I'm going to wet these spots. I'm just going to lay in a little bit of that violet color, just for interest. And then I'm going to come with some clear water and just drag it. Drag that value, soften it, drag it into the spots. Okay, we're building some more spots, strengthening them. We'll come back with our liner brush. suggest some more hairs over here. We'll get a darker value into her mane. Nice and loose and free. This is a nice long brush, and it's kind of nice to skip around. Come back with our indigo. We're just redoing some of these spots. Put some more strength on that jaw. Strengthen this nose area. If we lose the white, if we want to put a little white in the eye, we can take a little knife and just flick it. And we'll just bring back a little bit of white in the eye. And white in the eye. Now let's take our liner brush, come up here, and just build a little pattern of stems to support our leaves. We want to be nice and loose with this. Yeah, I'm sure he's enjoying this spot. Later on he'll probably just lay down and take a little nap underneath this bush or tree. Okay. And you can put as many branches and twigs up here as you want. Maybe we'll give her a little color to look at in these bushes. Maybe this is what drew her attention to this spot. All this nice little buds out here. Okay. Add a little more strength to this ear area. Both ears. Since we have this liner brush, you might as well pick some more little hairs out here. Bring that nose area down into the muzzle area. We're taking some sepia and we'll strengthen these horns. Put some more loose hairs in here. We're having a little fun with this mane over here on the left. Okay, we'll come back under this eye again, strengthen it. Okay. Got a little bit of sepia, so I'll build up in the top here a little bit. And again, we'll come down into the nose and muzzle area. Drag this color out a little bit into his nose, nostrils. Okay. Grab a little bit more of my blue for his ear. Strengthen the color inside the ear a little bit. I have that water, and when I have that water, it makes it nice and soft and blendable, mingling together. I'm taking my sepia and a little bit of my mostly indigo. And I'm just putting some more values on my leaves. I'm going to stand back here a little bit. We're going to add some more values, stronger values on those spots. More color under the eyes. Soften the top of this horn. Put another value on top of this horn. And a few more hairs, darker ones. Put a couple under here too. And a few more whiskers. Put some more values on this side, the left side. A couple more dashes of dark on this side. And down here. Just doing some final little touches now. Okay. The value here. Here. Okay. Strong color, so I'm just going to blend it out with water. Just strengthening the neck area a little bit. Put some more, another value across that eye, across this ear. A little more strength to this right eye. Put a few more lines on this side. It's always good to step back if you can in between this. And you get another perspective on it. See what you need to add. And with this nice loose giraffe, we don't really want to overdo it. Oh, put our final little touches on here. Soften this area a little bit. Okay. More hairs. Maybe just another light value on top of our spots. Strengthen those spots just a little bit. Okay. Okay, without overdoing this one, I think we'll just stop. We'll just sign this one. I'm Robert Charles. I hope you've enjoyed this. This is a good springboard for you. You know, you can really add a lot more to this. You have the time and just play more and more with it. But I think with that, we'll say thank you so much. Look at our other videos. Hope you've enjoyed it. And take a look at the colors one more time. And thank you so much again.